Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we're playing as Great Britain. So before we jump into today's episode, the thing I wanted to do here is something I said I was going to do a while ago and forgot about, is I want to go ahead and switch out the anti-tank for anti-air instead. If you look at how that changes the stats, recovery rate is slightly adjusted, soft attack goes down by just a little bit, so does hard attack, and that's not much. Air attack goes up by a lot though, and breakthrough goes up by 1. Lose a little bit of piercing as well. But really it just comes down to the fact that we have anti-air in the stockpile a little bit anyway, while we are very short on anti-tanks. This will actually result in us having a ton of anti-tanks in the stockpile and then being short anti-air. But it's not as bad as what we're currently looking at when it comes to anti-tanks. And frankly, we just don't need the anti-tanks. If we look at the stats that we're getting and losing here, it's such a small adjustment here, it's not really all that important, obviously. But you're getting air attack, and that's more useful than some of the things we're losing, like the heart attack. We're not really facing tanks anywhere. So I think it would just be better to have the air attack. So let's go ahead and save that. And I've already adjusted the factories to build anti-air instead of anti-tanks to make up for the the penalty that we'll be taking now. So here, this division did get across here, and now we want to go across that river now that there's nobody there. I just have massive issues trying to deal with this front here. We can try and attack there again, but yeah, that's just not going to work. Just can't get a win anywhere across here. Lots of problems here in Africa, unfortunately. It is such a slog fighting in Africa. Something we've had to deal with every time we fight here. It's always more challenging than you anticipate it being. It never goes quite as well as you'd like. Let's see what we can do here. This unit is just sitting here, so I'd like him to be moving somewhere or attacking. We lost that airbase, so that would be helpful to get back. And it looks like we could win there, so let's go ahead and do that attack. Here is going to be a loss now, unfortunately. I'll just go ahead and stop that then. And maybe instead, well, I guess we can attack right here now. Alright, so that looks good. We'll just let that division leave. We did capture a Japanese operative here, and we're no longer winning on that attack. I think we were trying to help out here, which clearly we weren't doing a good job with. I'll just send another division in there. I think it's probably the better way to do that. We did take this province right here, so let's go ahead and attack here now. Could also try going in the mountains to cut them off here, and I guess that's what we'll do. We'll go after this port location here. I assume somebody will get down there to stop us way before we get over there. And that's kind of the problem fighting in this area is the fact that... Where's this guy going? Oh, okay, he's going across the river here. That'll really help us if we try and take that new capital of theirs. But yeah, that's one of the issues when it comes to fighting this area is just how large the states are. And so it just makes everything take longer with the movements and the attacks. So we are so far still keeping this unit locked down from getting the port. And we took their port here, so now they're going to have some supply issues. We have a unit coming over here. We're going to just move them down here. I guess you can't take the railroads because there are no railroads there. And they move this weaker division here, and we're just waiting for these two to leave here in 4 hours. And so once they do, it looks like this way. It's not going to be gone anytime soon. Okay. Still going after that province there. We did take this one here. Let's go and take this province in. Although we don't want to actually fight anybody for it. We'll see how we do here. Yeah, we'll get there before him. We can also take this location. That's where that division came from. Yeah, I was trying to avoid fighting too much in the area, just because every time we do, we don't do well there. We need some allied divisions to help us out here. Yeah, we're just having some massive issues across the African front. See what's going on in this area. I'd still like to get a win here, so we're going to try and see if we can't get it done and cut those units off. I don't think this is going to work, because while it's green now, they got more divisions coming. So I don't think it's going to work out, but we'll try it out, see if we can't make it happen. Still got that railway gun on the way over there, though they probably won't be there anytime soon. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the Italians are doing over here, honestly. I don't think they know what they're doing over here. They're attacking that location, where we're definitely going to win that. Let's take a look, see what happened in the Mediterranean. 3 more Japanese convoys sunk. And an Italian destroyer sunk right there. And 3 more Italian convoys. So they reconnected this unit here. We're just having massive issues across this front now. You see that they are rapidly moving forward here, and we're in a position to now have all the troops that are here completely cut off from supply. Yeah, this is a serious issue here. Well, not having won the attacks that we did over here, and we did not really win these. Trying attacking like so. Yeah, just issues all across the front. With no real success here. Yeah, he's trying to retreat there, which I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we have an allied division helping us out here. So we need to hurry up and get over to this location before we lose there. Yeah, we're in a very vulnerable position here, about to get troops cut off. Where I thought Libya was done with, here we are, losing in Libya. So that's unfortunate. I didn't give them any air support here, so that's probably causing some of our issues. Not having the air support. Speaking of air support, we actually need to move planes into this area here. That would help. I'm trying to push further south. Well, this is going to be problematic no matter what, simply because we got to get through these mountains here. So we're on the defense right now, but we'll try to attack that location once we're done with this defense. I could also try attacking here, and we will, but we will not win. Might as well just stop that then. So let's try attacking that location. It might be a victory. But yeah, lots of issues over here, guys. Quite a few problems. Alright, so they were defeated, so they might end up cutting us off here. If this tank unit can't retreat fast enough, then we'll get cut off right here. So yeah, lots of problems here. Surprised with just how many issues we've been facing. So here, 1 day and 3 hours. When would we get there? 1 day and 13 hours, so that's not going to work. I suppose we'll just stay here for now. Yeah, we're just not going to get there in time. When do these guys retreat? 1 day and 21 hours and 5 days and 12. So we're not getting out of here. These guys will be cut off and likely destroyed. Now, one of these is just a credit division, but the other one is one of our tank divisions here. So that's quite unfortunate while we're trying to advance from here with no success. Alright, so it looks like he will actually be successful moving there. But yeah, I don't think we'll be able to reconnect it in time. So yeah, we're actually having some severe issues across the entire Italian continent, which is unfortunate because I was kind of relying on this area being finished up quickly, and that didn't end up happening. Wouldn't move over here, but they are also quite short on the divisions. See if we can't win there by attacking across the river and having one division that's already across the river. And so Portugal, because they joined that faction, they're also at war with them. Okay, I didn't really think about that fact. I wonder if they would allow us to have military access. They would. So we're going to ask them for military access. That'll let us go through their territory, which is really helpful since it's right here in Africa where we're fighting. All right, so still winning there. Let's go and have this unit come down over to this location and see what's going on down over here. We did not get to that mountain province. I knew somebody would get there before us, unfortunately. We can come here, though, and cut the two sides in half. That'll at least be some form of progress here. Could attack there. I don't think we'd win, though. We're also hurting on supply now. We moved away from our supply hub. We're having some problems there. Having success right there, though. And then we're going to come on over to here. You know, I'll try and attack right there. See if that'll end up being successful. The Portuguese did grant us access. That means we'll have the ability to get out of here if they do cut us off, which is, again, a real possibility here. I want to attack here, but we got to wait for this unit to leave because we can't beat more than one unit. What about over here? Looks like we could now assist in that. Try and get that unit destroyed there, and then we'll start advancing this way. Maybe we'll cut off those troops right there. This guy is here as well. I don't think we'd win on an attack right there. Again, they just keep on trying to reconnect themselves here. So yeah, we got this one unit that's just been pushing the front forward. But yeah, they're about to reconnect here in mere moments. They got a unit here to connect in 2 days and 14 hours. and he gets there in 8 days, 16 hours. So you got about a week before they connect here. And I don't think there's going to be much we can do to stop that. We can try and get across here. But yeah, that won't work. Frankly, we're just in a very vulnerable position here. Yeah, we'll go down here for now. We got somebody going to take that province there. But yeah, with the supply issues and the really slow movement in Africa, we're just having a lot of issues there. We did sink 3 destroyers there, so we continue to have success in the seas against both the Japanese and the Italians. It's just on land, which is an important area, that we're losing. I guess in the air, we're also having a lot of success. We control pretty much every sky zone that air zone that we're fighting in, I think. So having a lot of success in the air too. It's just on land that we just can't seem to get the necessary wins. We'll take that province that supports. That'll cut that unit off. Also give us access to the airbase here. Not that we have any planes that we want to put there. And yeah, just kind of stuck up on here, not really able to do anything. Need to get this finished up. This division is able to leave now. So let's attack him. See if we can't get somebody there to stop him. I don't think we'll be able to win here with this division. I could try, but no, that would not work. So we'll just keep him here for now. But yeah, we should be able to defeat that Japanese division, push him over to here. We do have a free military factory. Let's put it into these basic light tanks. I want to get a nice stockpile built there so that we can start using those for the garrisons, where we now have 202,000. That number is going down. Let's take a look here and see how this is going. 1 day and 15 hours, still some time. Let's take a look at the Canadian front. Haven't been back here for a little while. Should probably just stay here and defend. And maybe push forward right here instead. Yeah, we'll try. Let's use this unit here and support that and see if we can't get a win. We can even support with this guy as well. Let's see what we did over here. Sunk an Italian destroyer. Another one there. 4 there. They got to be running out of ships at this point, right? It looks like our side has had a defeat here in Sardinia, and now they've been pushed back to Corsica, and they only have 2 divisions defending. 67 ships remaining for the Italians. It looks like these guys should be able to retreat, hopefully, now that division has got there. And I kind of regret not sending him over there. Yeah, that would have been really helpful. Damn. I think they just overran both of those units. Okay, so now we're in a horrible position here. Only 1 division to defend this territory. But yeah, we just lost 2 divisions, and one of them was just a real cruddy division. But we lost the tank, guys. So that was key. However, they're just 1 port from having all these troops cut off. So if we can just take this port here, then that would be big for us. But yeah, Libya I thought was done for. Thought we had that wrapped up, but that has not been the case. They did reconnect here. It's probably for the best. Maybe they'll retreat and get out of here, because we are in a horrible and a vulnerable position here. 14 hours, we're going to let these guys leave, and then try and do an attack to take that location. See if that'll work. Yeah, that would work. But yeah, just a horrible situation over here. I mean, everywhere in Africa. We're in a very bad position right now. That's a loss. We'll stop that. I think we're just trying to help there, but it looks like they should now be able to get across the river successfully. I'm going to try and cut that unit off right there, taking that mountain location, and they're mostly defending across here now. It does look like those defenses will be successful. They're attacking across the river here, in the mountains here. This could be much, much worse. This guy leaves in 2 days. Maybe we'll attack over that way and try and grab Port Elizabeth, perhaps. But without Praetorian, we cannot capitulate them. We have just a severe shortage of divisions everywhere. Looks like they moved somebody over to here that wasn't there before, so let's go and stop that. We don't want to do it that way. We also lost here as well. Okay, so yeah, they just really pumped divisions into many of these areas. Now, they can't bring any more into this area because they don't have a port here. Again, any divisions that aren't Belgian are cut off from supply right now. So this guy took this location here. All right, excellent. Is he moving yet? He is not. Let's bring this front over here. We're going to have him go this way and attack into that location. We have to get these rails back. So that's been a huge part of the problem here, I think. They just kind of took our rail system over. This guy's still taking forever to move. I wonder if I can get over there first. Just cut these two sides off. We could. All right, well, let's go ahead and do that. So we're actually doing something here. We did win there. Excellent. Let's go ahead and now attempt an attack here since we don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll go ahead and attack here. These guys are cut off from supply, and then he'll attack as soon as he takes that province. And maybe we can finish this up. Because that's been our issue. It just feels like we're not able to finish anything right now. Everywhere we're fighting, we just can't finish it. More convoys sunk over here. And these guys are advancing. Let's hurry up and get over to this way to stop them from taking an actual port here. So not able to take that port. Still unsuccessful there. And we got to get that port in order to get some supply over here. That's kind of our issue right now. We don't have any supply in this area. It looks like the Spanish so far have not been interested in declaring war on us. And so what I'm going to do, and this might be risky here, if they do end up going to war against us, I'm going to go and move this division, try and get them come over, maybe over to this location here. Just kind of stop them from pushing even further forward. The Italians are cut off from their territory here. They got ports to keep those supplied, but I'm going to stop that attack. That's clearly not going to work. And we're just having no success over here. We're going to attempt to attack right there. It's into the mountains though, so we'll see how well that ends up working out. Yeah, just having issues everywhere we're fighting. It's a real grind right now. Just trying to grind each other down. I think we're doing a better job at grinding them down than they are us. But none of it has been the quick battles that I was hoping for. We sunk a light cruiser there. 2 submarines, lost 2 convoys there. Yeah, none of them have been the quick battles that I really needed them to be so that we can move our troops to other locations. So that has been the problem. I did not take a look at this situation here. We did take that, so these guys are now cut off from supply. So let's see if we can't get them destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he'll go there. We'll attempt an attack here just to kind of help out.
Orders.
And then have these guys attack over here as soon as they can, but it does look like we'll probably lose that battle there unless that tank can get there quick enough. We got 2 tanks coming over here. I didn't know I'd sent 2 tanks over here, but apparently I did. So the tanks go there, they should get there fairly quickly. Yeah, there we go, excellent. So that's 2 Chinese divisions that we got cut off and should get destroyed here. Little victories, guys. We need every little victory we can get. Because Africa's been so disappointing. Nothing but problems there. More Canadian and Japanese divisions over here. And just our allies have also not been really helping out much on many of these areas. Now, given they have their own concerns, many areas that they're currently fighting in. This guy needs to hurry up and get out of here. He's working on doing that. But I don't know that he'll be able to get out of there before that guy. 8 days, 14 hours. We will get out of there. All right, excellent. Losing this attack here. Yeah, that's clearly not going to work out. And this front got messed up. Yeah, we're just lucky that they're being so passive because they could easily cause us some serious issues there. But they're not. Still working on trying to get this division here cut off. It just takes us so long to move. And attempt to attack that. I don't think that would work though. No. But these are our, yeah, this is important. This is our rail system here.
Keep your distances.
Might be better to just try and move up there rather than trying to attack here.
Commands.
He's moving over that way. All right, that's fine. Maybe we can grab that province.
Ready, sir.
And he's taking this one after they failed their attack against him.
Listen up.
We got another division moving over there. We're still waiting for him to leave, and then we'll go grab that airbase from him. And they are moving to take this location here from us, as we're still trying to take that one province, which has been taking forever. It's very muddy. Imagine that's impacting the battle there. Now we can continue to push forward here, but that causes, we put ourselves in a difficult position here. What I think we need to do, let's take this guy here and move him there, and then we'd be free to attempt an attack across this river. might get over there before us, though, so this could be irrelevant. Yeah, 1 day and 6 hours. I don't think we're going to get there that quickly.
Move out.
And that's the only place we can go. Okay.
Ready, sir.
Alright, we'll move another division here so I can try and attack with 2 divisions at their capital. See if that won't work. But yeah, you can see that they are pushing forward up along here. We did finish that attack there. Excellent. Let's go ahead and see if we can't push further forward here.
All in.
Yeah, we'll go and attack right there, I suppose. But yeah, it's just overall horrible situation there. Not winning here. Maybe. Might be able to get this done and get those 3 divisions wiped out. Where's the Japanese division? Did they give it to the Italians or something? Because there's 3 Italian divisions here when there used to be 1 Japanese and 2 Italian. We did bomb their fleet a little bit. Didn't sink anything though. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened over there with that Japanese division. All I can assume is that they gave it to the Italians, like under their control or whatever. Looks like this attack here is not going to be successful.
Have it.
So we'll just go and stop it.
Ready to move.
Just looking for openings again. Don't want to, fight anywhere we don't have to. Try and get that division wiped out there. But yeah, I don't want to fight any divisions,
Orders.
that might be stronger than us or in good terrain, and thus we take these unnecessary casualties.
Orders.
I'll see if I can't get over to here to stop this guy, because then he's fighting us across a river in the mountains, so we should be able to cause high casualties for him.
Ready, sir.
And we got to get this cleared up so we can start advancing here. So Ethiopia might actually be the first front to get finished up rather than where I was thinking we'd finish up at. Over here in Libya. Libya's been a disaster. Yeah, just an absolute disaster. And it's not going to get any better. Look at the supply here, guys. This is not going to get any better. We can now get our first land doctrine. So let's go ahead and do that, the Grand Battle Plan. I think that might be one issue, and one reason why we're having so much more difficulty than I was anticipating, is we haven't gotten any of the land doctrines. So that's a very significant issue, because at this point, 1941, you would have made good progress on it, but we have not, unfortunately. Alright, so yeah, just trying to get our little victories where we can. This guy here, I'm probably just going to have him retreat. Like, just get out of there before you get yourself cut off. I'll try and attack here again. Looks like that would be a victory.
Ready to move.
And they got 2 divisions over here now, so we just want to get over to here. They don't actually want... I can't seem to...
Ready,
Huh. Can't get them to only move to this location. That's interesting. This guy finally realized what we're doing here, and he might now get out of there in time. He will. Alright, so that's kind of a shame.
Move out.
So we're going to have to try and take that location back.
Keep on attacking.
Stop this as well. Stop this here. And yeah, now we're in a horrible position. We got that unit there cut off. Yeah, South Africa is in a desperate situation now. We pushed forward probably too fast.
Keep moving.
Let's go and pull these back now. We might want to wait until he retreats. Yeah, we're going to have to retreat here, guys. Try and reconnect there. We'll see if we can make that happen. I don't know. It looks like the South Africans are doing very, very well against us. And that has been the story since the beginning of the war there. There's no success in that area. Take a look at Italy real quick. And this is another area I thought we'd have more success than we have had. Try and take that location, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no success really in this part. Ever since we took over the north here, once we got up to the mountains, it's been very troublesome trying to advance any further. If we could just take this port here, then that would be massive for us.
Attention.
And they can push as far forward as they want here, as long as they don't take a port. It's kind of irrelevant. We are winning there. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of assistance there. This division should take this location here. And now there's only 1 unit in Tripoli, so if we can grab that, we'll cut off their supply here. But yeah, Libya has definitely gone a different way than I was anticipating. So we do have 3 divisions freed up. So we could put them all over here, but clearly We need some assistance. And yeah, I don't know why I couldn't pull that guy off of that attack. But yeah, let's go ahead and change this up a little bit, guys, because this is kind of a disaster here. Let's pull this back. You know, we should probably create 2 separate fronts, is what I'm thinking, and just kind of give up on this situation over here. It clearly has not worked out the way I wanted. We can try and do this real quick, though. Try and see if we can't win there. We have an attack across the river. See if we can't make that happen. Alright, so this is what we're going to have to do, guys. We need to protect here and here. And so let's just adjust these 2 fronts with that in mind. To just protect the locations here so we don't get cut off. And just create 2 separate fronts the way we had it before. Yeah, he's not going to win here. This division, he's already retreating there, so we'll just let him continue his retreat. And then this here would be a front that goes around like that.
Ready to move.
And then we'll just take these 2 cruddy troops, put them over there. While the better division come up over here to try and finish up in Ethiopia.
Ready, sir.
And try this attack now. It's in the mountains, but it's key that we get these ports taken out.
Yes, sir.
We did get a division over there to stop them. Excellent. And we can now support this attack here. See if we can't get a win. Get that division destroyed. But yeah, Africa has been, as it often is, extremely troublesome. Now we did sink a Italian heavy cruiser there. Convoy. Like that's the same one. Same battle, not disappearing there. Yeah, a lot of convoys and Russian submarines. Now we haven't taken a look at the Russian fleet yet. So we can see what they've got remaining. So currently 50 something, maybe 60 something ships. Well, those are battleships. Do have some destroyers, some light cruisers. They actually have a lot more ships than I was expecting the Russians to still have after all those submarines we've sunk. Lots of convoys sunk throughout here. Yeah, lots of Japanese convoys. Severe supply troubles here, of course. Not surprising. Doesn't look like they're able to advance here at all. Against us. We can see if we can advance against them, though. Maybe. Yeah, we'll try and take that location so we can be behind this river. But again, this is really not an area where we're trying to advance at all. I only took advantage of some opportunities there, but we don't have the troop numbers there to really do all that much. We can try and build some more troops. See how many we can do before we start running out of infantry equipment. And then take these guys here that are already ready to deploy and deploy them. And then we need to train them up at least a little bit before we send them off to battle. But yeah, we do need troops across the entire front line here, everywhere. Everywhere we're fighting needs more troops, pretty much. And I do see those Spanish divisions getting up on the front there. Very concerning. If they only knew how vulnerable we were, if they attacked us, we would probably have to pull all our divisions off the Italian front to go down there. Or maybe just keep a bare minimum there. We do have more divisions coming over to this front. Kind of regret sending divisions over here. We did wipe out those guys. So the little victory there. 2 Chinese divisions destroyed. I kind of regret sending many troops over here to Asia as we have. Because we need them elsewhere. Particularly in Africa. So now we're just trying to save our division's lives. We lost that guy there. And so now we need to get everybody out of here. And retreating, because these are all about to be cut off here in mere moments. We are winning here, though. So that's big. Still winning here, just barely.
Taking aim.
But yeah, lots of issues on the African front.
Orders.
And luckily, again, they're just being very passive and not pushing as quickly as they could be. Because they'd be causing us some serious issues if they were. Had success here. I don't know what we're going to do with the success. There's really not a whole lot to be done here. You can attack here, I suppose, but yeah, I don't even know. The point was to protect this location, which we've done.
Move out.
Might as well go ahead and start, cleaning this up some, I think.
Out.
And take care of all that. Kind of clear it up some. And maybe we'll be able to cut these guys off. It's a possibility. But yeah, it's been a tough fight here in Africa. We might actually be able to take their current capital here. Of course, we can't capitulate them because they've already capitulated. So that will not be an option. And yeah, it does look like we should take that province now. All right, excellent. It's a hard fight to get that. Not all that important, of course, but it does cut off some of their local supply, which, you know, they don't have any supply for any troops that are non-Belgians there. Lots of stuff sunk over here in the Mediterranean, mostly convoys. That's where all those casualties are coming from, though. Alright, so we are over to here. Let's just keep adjusting this here. They want to advance that way, they can. Taking this province here.
Ready to move.
I'm going to see if we can't cut these guys off here, because once we win there, and yeah, they'll be cut off from supply here if we take that province. So we'll try and do that. Libya's starting to look a little bit better, guys. Again, if we can get that done, it frees up those 8 divisions we have assigned there. But yeah, we did lose troops there. Completely wiped out. We did take their port here. They're still supplied by that port right there. So we have to get that. But these guys here are no longer supplied. So what we can do is start cleaning this up. We're just going to have to keep this guy here, I think, for right now. They're not really doing anything over here, so let's just go and advance there. Having trouble trying to wipe that division out because both these guys suck. They're not very good divisions. And it looks like this will not be successful, so just go ahead and stop it. So yeah, so little success so far against this faction. Again, the main problem is the number of areas that we are fighting in, I think, is what's causing us so many issues. Just fighting in far too many places. Could take that province there. Yeah, I think they'll probably get there before us. Maybe not. 3 days and 13 hours. There's a chance you get there first. But then you leave this location open. So, you know, let's just stay on the defense here, guys. We got the port. That's what their role was here, was to take that port, and they have been successful in doing that.
Yes, sir.
I could see if they will be able to advance here. Probably not. Maybe. Yeah, if they can, we'll take it. Try and push them back here.
Come on.
All right, and they're cleaning that up for us. South Africa, of course, is the issue. So let's make sure we're paying attention to what's going on over here. I can try and attack here. But that is the problem, that if they win here... Yeah, we need to get out of here. Are those the only 2 divisions? They are. Okay, so let's... They gotta leave one here. So let's actually attack that way. See if he can't get that done. Because then we don't have to give up this territory that we have here. Because we won't get unconnected from this here by losing this province right here. So we have 1 division coming over there. Try and make sure we don't lose that. I'm surprised they're having so much success despite the fact that they're attacking across the river, but again, their divisions are probably superior to ours. Our divisions aren't anything amazing here. These are mostly our small divisions. We're definitely feeling the effects of having those smaller divisions here. And make sure we have an offensive line there. We do. Alright, so this guy's going to take care of all this for us. In fact, instead of going that way, let's have him go... Oh, that's interesting how I can't seem to correct them while in movement. That must have been something changed in the patch. Once they're moving, you can't change, you know, stop them from moving over here. Normally if I click on this, then you'd stop his movement towards that, but that is not an option. That's interesting. Try and attack here and then support with this guy, so these guys are at least doing something. We did get the improved radar here. We're going to get the last one. No, we're not. We're not close enough to 1942 for that just yet. Why take the penalty, even with a research bonus? We have 2 research slots going there already, so let's get some of these because we are behind. Let's get the improved artillery upgrade there. We do have the radar, so let's go and get that built. I don't think that was a tank radar. No, radio, excuse me. We can take a look real quick. I don't think that unlocked any radios, just the radar station, and then those passive bonuses. So we can build the radar up. We got enough stuff going right now. We're not even going to bother with that right now, guys. We'll have to wait to do it. Lots of naval battles have happened in the Mediterranean, as well as the South China Sea, from what I saw. We did cut these troops off here. Excellent. And we're about to take Tripoli. Okay, so we got some victories here, guys. Little victories. Get them where we can. We'll try and push forward here as well. Looks like we should be able to push forward there. Probably not going to attack there just yet. We should leave some troops here. So let's go and attack with both of these units now. Not sure what's happening here. Maybe a... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. I was gonna say a invasion behind us here, but yeah, that doesn't make any sense. There's no troop there to stop them, so I'm not sure how that could be an invasion. Let's attack with this guy and try and get this done sooner. This is 2 Italian divisions now cut off. They have no port anymore. So we got some good victories up there in Libya. Lots of battles over here. I don't know if our fleet went back out, or if these are all just us bombing their fleet and their submarines. Lots of submarines sunk over here. Losing some planes here and there. Yeah, sinking a ton of submarines in this area. Yeah, that's quite a few submarines sunk. I wonder how many they got left after all that we sunk, both in the Mediterranean and in the South China Sea. Let's just take a look real quick, because yeah, it seems like we've sunk quite a few of them. They're down to 8 submarines now. That is it. And only 182 ships remaining. So we've done great against the Japanese guys. Yeah, fantastic. You know what? I kind of feel like we're going to move a division out of here, guys. Yeah, I think we kind of need to move somebody over to Africa, back over to Africa. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I think it's going to be necessary for us to get the win here. See how we want to do this, where we want him to go. Let's move him over here in the hope that we'll still have an over here at that point. We did win here. Excellent.
Ready, sir.
See how we want to do this. Yeah, I guess we'll let him continue because I think he's the first one to get over there.
Commands.
All right, so things are getting a little bit better over here, guys. Just a little bit.
Ready to move.
Yeah, it's improving. They'll clean this up and conquer that territory we took from them. Not much to be done about that. Still got that guy going across the river there. He's going to get all this territory taken for us. And it looks like we did not win on that attack there. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Okay. So it's looking a little bit better, guys. But still not great. Another Italian destroyer sunk there. Or excuse me, a Japanese destroyer. And another one there. And it looks like we got a little bit of a battle over here, convoy battle. They've got some destroyers attempting to engage our submarines. Yeah, a lot of these are troop convoys as well. So this is hurting those the Japanese manpower. And not really able to do anything over here because of lack of supply. And that's what we're seeing in many of these areas that we fight in. I think I'd said that in the last series. You know, I had some people that were concerned that we wouldn't have to deal with the same kind of supply issues in this series that we had to deal with in the India series. And some people were really looking forward to having to deal with like a low supply region. And I had said to those people that like I think we're going to have a lot of issues fighting in Africa. You know, we fight here in Canada, fighting in Asia. These are all areas where you're going to have supply problems. And that's exactly what we're seeing in this series so far, is lots of supply issues. Take a look and see if we have any destroyers we can send out. Yeah, we're going to send probably both of these. Yeah, we're going to send both of these over here. And then we'll take this destroyer and send him over to Asia. Now you see all of our ships here, for the most part, are repairing. Just taking large amounts of damage to our fleets. Not losing too many ships, so that's good. But that does mean that there's points where we just don't have enough ships out there.
Orders.
Still trying to win this battle here. Good God, it's taking forever. Let's see, I might go ahead and try and take that province there. I don't know, could be overexposing myself again, which we already did once before.
Orders.
Lost the division because of it. We did look like we're going to win there. They canceled the Lend-Lease. Austria-Hungary did. That's fine and not surprising. It looks like we should be able to take that province there. And this guy's now retreating over to here. Let's just keep him here. So we're going to try and get Praetorian again. We need to win here, though. That's been such a difficult province because of the mud. It's really slowed us down. We did sink 2 light cruisers and 4 destroyers of the Russians. Okay, so you can see that both the Russians and Japanese we're constantly seeing are in areas that I didn't expect their fleet to be in. We did finish up there. Excellent. So now they're in a horrible position here.
Ready.
Yeah, this is over now. Finally. Good God, it took a long time.
Ready to move.
But it looks like we should finally be done here. And then all these divisions, 8 divisions, can then be deployed probably to the rest of Africa, honestly. I think that's where they're going to be needed. Here in Italy, we have had trouble advancing as well. It's kind of in a stalemate because of the mountains. We did take that province, though, so that's something. So let's try and take this city here. Just slow movement, guys, in Italy. And part of it's because I'm not really focusing on the region, as we try and get some of these other areas kind of cleared up here. We do have some decision available. This is just war propaganda. And these are just call to arms, but we will take the non-aggression pact from the Portuguese. Let's make sure these guys here are not advancing. They're not, and actually there's an opening there, so we're going to take that. Alright, and they're slowly coming over to their new area. And they're going to take over some of this territory again, but we're going to get this from them. So we'll get this territory back over here, which they took from us. So it's just looking a lot better overall, honestly. We did win there. Fantastic news. So, yeah, I wasn't able to stop that guy moving. So let's go and take all this here, and then we'll get that guy cut off and destroyed. They could easily take that airbase from us, but they're not. Still having trouble here. Good God. I guess we can just get rid of this front here. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that one. So let's take these guys, delete that, and then we can just extend this like so. So once they finish there, they'll come over to this front here. We were able to take that province, and now they're fighting us in the mountains. They're also attacking us right there unsuccessfully. Luckily, these are some of our better divisions here. That's one advantage we have here. So he'll take all this out, and then we'll destroy that one division there. And let's see what happened over here in the South China Sea. Just doing a little bombing of that Japanese fleet. Sunk another submarine there. Destroyer and a submarine. Yeah, this is what we want to see, where they're taking casualties while we're not. Yeah, that's the best results we could see here. Sinking their ships while keeping our own. They're doing some attacks here every once in a while, but none of them seem to be very successful. And these are just all those Italian convoys. They're going to Canada and Russia. So yeah, we need to finish building what we've already given orders for. And once we get that constructed, we need to really work on trying to fix the supply system in many of the areas we're fighting in. Now this guy, once he's done here, we don't want him to go over to this front, I don't think. Yeah, probably not going to have him go there. And yeah, just not a whole lot we can do over here. There is a port that they're going to be able to take right here, so that's not good. We need to make sure we grab this province as soon as this Canadian division leaves in 14 days.
Attention.
Yeah, it's just been a tough fight here, guys. This is going to go to the Germans because they have that claim there. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't really want that to go to them. Is that going to happen with all the areas or just that one? It looks like it'll just be the one that they historically had here. Alright, so that'll go to them, and kind of adds in a consideration for which directions we attack. It might make the Germans want to come over here, though. Maybe they'll be more interested in coming over here. They have connected this here. So that's interesting. That would result in them being able to get supply up here if they had, you know, they'd obviously had to have a supply hub and rails and stuff to do that. But so what we might want to do is start pushing forward here then.
Ready, sir.
Let's keep this guy here for now. And we need to get this area here conquered. They're attempting to go right there. I'd be fine with that. Let's just go here, and yeah, if they want to take that location,
Move out.
we'll let them do that. Because that leaves Praetorian open. In fact, let's just let them go over to that location, and then we'll attack over here. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do that.
Orders.
And have him come over here. Still trying to get the win there. It's been a stupidly difficult fight. Get more troops over here to help us out. And he's cleaning this up here. And then we'll get that guy cut off. So starting to get some areas kind of wrapped up here now, finally. Attack with that guy, see if he can't get it done. Looks like he won't. We'll just push the front forward then. And let's see how we want to do this. I guess we can try attacking there. I don't know if we'll get there before any of these other units. Still need to get control of that port there before the Ethiopian divisions are cut off. And this has been finished up. Excellent. About time. Just need to wipe those troops out. And then these 8 divisions can go elsewhere. There we go. Beautiful. Finally, we got Libya done with. That was a hell of a fight there. We did just lose 2 submarines. The Germans lost 1 as well, and a destroyer. But yeah, these 8 divisions can finally go to other locations, and unfortunately, we need to send some to the Spanish front. We just got to, just in case they try and go to war with us. We'd lose so much territory here. So it is unfortunate that we have to send divisions there, but those are the cruddier divisions, so could be worse. Let's go and take one of these tank divisions, put them on the Italian front. And then the other 5 divisions, guys, we're going to move them down here to help us out finally in this area. See how we want to do this. I guess we'd want to finish up over here. Yeah, so finish up in Ethiopia, and then we can start moving them south. Just kind of slowly move them south. So let's move them over here. Hopefully this won't exhaust the supply in the region. Guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I really want to get Africa done with. So that's where those divisions are going next. But yeah, we finally finished up a region that I intended on getting done early in the war. And I guess it still technically is kind of early in the war. And the war just started in August. But yeah, it took a lot longer to win in Libya than I was expecting. We had some problems there. We lost several divisions as well. So yeah, it was definitely a problematic front. This guy's not moving. Probably due to supply being low in the area. So he's staying in a region that has low supply. We did get that cipher for Italy. Excellent. Can we advance at all in Italy? We should probably pick a cipher first. We haven't done the United States just yet. Is there any enemies that are fighting that we need to do? Probably South Africa. That could give us a bonus that would be very much needed. Any kind of benefit we can get here would be helpful. So when do we get to Praetorian? In 17 hours. We might actually be able to get that back because they made the mistake of allowing us. We did lose 2 more destroyers there. Good God. Maybe we just keep on losing ships in the Mediterranean. That has been another area where it's been more difficult to get control, and a big part of that has been that the Japanese are there. I wasn't expecting them to come to the area. Maybe I should have. Alright, so this guy's almost gotten to this location here. We're going to go and attack now, and then we'll get that guy wiped out. Alright, so he'll take out that location while he takes out those 2 provinces, and then we can have them focus exclusively on this area and try and get the win here. In fact, after he's done there, let's have him go here, and then we'll try and attack that port, though there's a lot of divisions there. I think the Italians are pumping more and more divisions over here, which is strange. It's really not what they should be doing. Can we get there before this guy? Yes, we definitely can. Yeah, we should be able to get there before him. And then also, this guy's going to get there in 6 hours, so yeah, he'll beat any divisions there. Alright, excellent. But they could very easily reconnect this. That would not be challenging for them to do. Also, you can see they're advancing here, though they're not going after the airbase, luckily. We do have a bunch of factories that we seized. Let's put them into the anti-air to try and fix those shortages. Also put some down here into getting these tanks done for the stockpile. We have currently 58 done right now. Got another division coming over here. I'm not sure where he came from. Maybe the one that we brought from over here. Yeah. Probably. Alright, so this guy's coming over that way. Let's see if we can't take these provinces here now, just start pushing them back. Yeah, they're going to leave here in 11 hours, so might as well let them go, but I'm going to attack them anyway because what we're going to do is see if we can't get behind them. And also because they were going to leave. Alright, so they took all this territory back. Yeah, it's been unfortunate. Still waiting for this guy to leave, but remember it takes them 14 days to go, so quite a long time. And they actually stopped the advance here, but that's interesting. We could, again, take that province, but I don't see any reason to expose ourselves like that. 3 more convoys sunk there. So yeah, we have more divisions going into sub-Saharan Africa, and I think those will make the difference up. And once we get Ethiopia done, then we can bring those down here, and so on, so on. We did sink a destroyer and a heavy cruiser for the Japanese, so having some success there, trying to get this Japanese Mediterranean fleet destroyed, wiped out. We do have the ability to make an adjustment here, get the last of the military high command. I guess we might want to do division recovery rate, get more experience would be nice as well. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing here, guys. Now, that does result in us having all land guys, which I wasn't intending on doing, but I think it might be necessary. Could also do air superiority here. That'll get us more air experience. And, increase our attack, defense, and agility as well. Could do the naval strike. So yeah, I could get something for the air. I don't think there's anybody here when it comes to the sea that we'd want. Could get Harwood here, and then you get the screen attack and defense. I don't think that's worth it, though. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I kind of feel like we should just do army regrouping, since land is where we're struggling. So yeah, let's do that. I think that'd be for the best. And we need the army experience, too, for doctrines. Alright, so we weren't supposed to be fighting anybody here, but they did move somebody there. We finally took that province. Good God, it took us forever, and they could just take it back from us because the unit that got there is so weak now that they could easily defeat us. We do have Praetorian now, so that's excellent news. Let's go and attack this way. And I would really like to take that location back, so we'll try. Yeah, but frankly, we just need more divisions down here. But do we have the rails yet? We do not. We gotta wait till they convert to us, and we still have one more province to take as well. Which as of right now, we're currently losing on that attack. That might be a good thing because it allows this division to maybe get behind those troops. We now have the ability to get the next air doctrine, which will be bomber defense. We are still bombing in China, by the way. We have those planes over here bombing. And I don't know how successful they've been. It looks like they've at least bombed some buildings. More ships sunk over here. Submarines and destroyers. So they probably only have a couple submarines remaining now. And then we have no longer have a threat from the Japanese submarine force. It's just their surface fleet at that point. Let's just take a look and see how many they got. They got 1 submarine remaining. So that is it. The Japanese submarine fleet is essentially destroyed. We do still have the Russians. I think they still have submarines, though. Yeah, they still have like 30-something submarines remaining, and the Italians have 8 remaining, and that is all. So should hopefully be done with submarines here soon. Let's have them take the railroads if they can. Yeah, they're not able to. Like the province they're in doesn't have rails. Sunk 2 more Japanese destroyers there. Excellent. And nothing really going on over here, but we always take a peek, just see. Make sure that there's no problems there. A lot of red here. That's not good.
Listen up.
So let's just take a look. The Americans seem to be having success down there. Let's take these troops and I'll put them down here. And to make an adjustment here, although it's not letting me do that.
Orders.
Here we go. So they'll slowly continue moving down here. And we need to get this division here wiped out. We'll try for that guy first. We'll try and attack him. Oh, that's in a river. That's not going to work. Let's let him go here. Yeah, that'd be that's where he wants to go. It'd be easier to attack him there, honestly. And then probably should get this deleted. So just got to get this fort taken here now. We're bringing him over that way. We'll bring him over this way as well. Alright, so we are 1 province away from getting those 2 divisions cut off, and then we'll better get them destroyed. And looks like they advanced over here, unfortunately. Okay, so that's a real shame. That's cutting all these guys off here. Yeah, just continued problems in this area, unfortunately.
Move out.
Alright, so he'll go here. He'll go here. We'll try and stop him here. We got lots of problems in that area. We can try and get behind him here. Grab this province. Maybe grab one of those. Not winning here, so might as well just stop that. Just focus on defense. A lot of South African divisions in the area, and also they did get a division over here to stop us. That's a shame. I don't want to attack any divisions or anywhere with the Praetorian division because we want him to just focus on defending that location. We did sink another Italian destroyer here, excuse me, a Japanese destroyer and an old Japanese carrier. It's a 1936 carrier though, so not as old as the last one we sunk. Once I got that submarine sunk. So that's 2 carriers sunk. I think they had 8 carriers originally, or was it 7? It was 7 because they have 5 remaining. So only 5 Japanese carriers remaining. And how are they doing on destroyers? We sunk so many of them. They're down to 98. Okay, so that's huge because remember, once you get all those screens sunk, then you'll start seeing that you're sinking a lot more capital ships in those battles, often just from submarines or torpedo destroyers. Another heavy cruiser sunk there. Yeah, this is all going very well for us. We were able to take that location. Again, haven't really been focusing on the Italian front as much as we should. Yeah, not going to be able to win there, probably because we're tied to that current ongoing attack. And try and attack here. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to do here. You know what? We don't have a planning bonus. That's probably why we're having such an issue here. We had a planning bonus for a while there, but yeah, then we lost it because we took that territory. All right, so yeah, we'll get a planning bonus. That should help us out on all those attacks. We should do much better. Continuing sinking the Mexican convoys through here. So unfortunately, we're probably going to have to end the episode here. I guess we can get into November real quick. Since we're almost there. Yeah, it's been an interesting fight here, guys. These guys are now really weak, so we'll just attack them because I don't know what's going on with them. What's taking them so long to move? So yeah, we're just going to attack them real quick. It should get behind these guys. Yeah, here in just mere hours. We'll get behind them, and then we'll be destroying those 2 divisions. But yeah, it's horrible situations across much of Africa. I'm going to take that province there. Could cut across here, but again, got to leave that Praetorian division there. Yeah, it's been a tough fight in Africa, guys. A real tough fight. Sunk another destroyer there. A light cruiser here. Yeah, just sinking more and more of those Japanese ships. Having a lot of success now against them. But it's starting to get better. 2 more destroyers there. Yeah, it's starting to get a lot better, guys, from what I've noticed here. And I'm really happy that we got one of the fronts wrapped up. And now those guys can start moving down here and help out against the Italians. Yeah, we're going to let those guys leave there. It does look like we're about to lose there, but we're defending here. Let's just leave this guy here for now. Guess we'll wait for them to leave and then attack there. Or I don't really know what they're doing here. It does look like they're about to connect there. So that's going to be a problem if they're successful. It takes them so long to move, though. I don't think they will be successful. So we'll just move this guy over here. And we should get there before them. Yeah, we'll definitely get there before them. Alright, so we are on November 1st. We did get these guys cut off here. So they'll be attacking across there, and then that'll just further weaken them. We should be able to destroy those 2 units. So that's fantastic news. A little bit of success here in Central Africa after not getting much success since we've been fighting here. Yeah, this has been a troublesome fight, guys. Very troublesome fight. I'm surprised that we have supply down here for these troops. Some of them do not. Just barely holding on to that. We might end up losing that very soon. A lot of troops here fighting. I don't know if we'll be able to cut this guy off. We take that province, we could. Yeah, taking this province would not be enough. We'll try. We'll take that one. Although there's troops moving there. They get there in 1 day and 7 hours, so we're not going to be able to get there first. No. So we'll just stay here for right now. Alright, so some little victories here, guys. We got 1 front knocked out, 3 destroyers, 1 light cruiser sunk there. We sunk a lot of Japanese ships here in this episode. Destroyer light cruiser sunk there. Yeah, that's why we're going to be closing this off, is with even more Japanese ships sunk. Yeah, lots of Japanese ships that we've been able to sink. We lost a destroyer there. Yeah, we lost one of our destroyers, unfortunately. But yeah, we've had a lot of success in the seas and cleaned up Libya and just about done with Ethiopia, freeing all those divisions to focus on the Belgian, Congo, and South Africa to try and finish these two regions where we've had a lot of trouble. It's been the most troublesome areas for us so far, losing divisions and just having no real success here. So being able to move those divisions down there will be nice, but I wonder if that'll cause supply issues, pumping all those divisions down there. So we got to get the supply network fixed as well. That's going to be something we're going to have to work on. But we'll do all that next episode. For this one, let's just go and take a look at the casualties, see how much they've increased. We're up to 207,000 casualties for ourselves, 26,000 against South Africa. Good God. Let's see how we've done against them. 23,000. So South Africa has killed more than we have. They're now at 44% again towards capitulation since we took Praetorian once more. But yeah, South Africa has done great against us. I always have trouble down there. The Russians are even closer towards capitulation at 71%. What would be great about the Russians capitulating is that all those divisions of our allies would be freed up to go to other areas. So that'd be pretty helpful. That 1.12 million casualties, by the way, which I don't know if we've killed any of them. No, not enough. Against the Belgians, we have killed 17,000. Well, they've killed 7.5 thousand. Against the Italians, we've killed 296,000. They've only killed 50,000, so pretty good against the Italians, and they're currently 34% towards capitulation. Killed 47,000 of the Canadians. Well, they aren't on the board here. Against Japan, we've killed 276,000 here. So quite a bit, and they're not even on the board. Again, most of those were in the sea, though. Already looked at South Africa. And the French have been taking casualties against the Americans, apparently. Here against China, we have killed 283,000 compared to the 41,000 they've killed of ours. So going through the wars here to look at the war participation, and this one here against the Commonwealth, we're at 9% now. We were at 6%, I think, or 3%, somewhere around there. We've increased the percentage. That's what's important. So getting more war participation in that one, while our war participation in this one is going down as the Americans continue to get more. So that's a problem. Also, our faction, I think, is getting a little bit of a percentage as well, like a fraction of a percentage. And so that's been a problem. Now, the Americans have already wiped out half of the countries down here. They continue to advance this way, and Mexico is just refusing to join this war since they know they would be quickly defeated by the Americans. But this is how they're getting their their war participation, as casualties and then from conquering this territory. So the Americans are getting more and more war participation there. They also have finished up taking this area here, which is unfortunate, because wasn't some of that ours? Yeah. So they actually are controlling some of our territory here that we lost to the French, or I guess just this one island maybe. But yeah, that's unfortunate that they were successful there, because I wanted to be successful after all that fighting there. But that does mean we can actually move these divisions. We don't have to have all of them here, so we could move like 2 of these into Africa where we desperately need them. Just move some more divisions over here, and we'll probably want to place some. We have to secure this situation up here. So let's move these 2 down into this area, which they have a lot of experience. They didn't take... Oh, you know what? Actually, that's too many troops here. All right, so we have too many divisions, so what we're going to need to do is just take some of them and put them on, like, this front here. It's not that big of a deal. So I'll put a division there. I know that will stop his movement, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Get us back up to the 24 divisions there. Alright, so I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.